Anyway, obviously this was just more build up to Bad Bunny and Rey Mysterio versus Dominik and Damian Priest at Backlash. So that I was like kind of okay with. I do
Yeah,
think
well,
what
what do you think of that projected match?
I like it because I like it. It's Damian. And Damian makes sense in this, so it's not just like, oh, we're trying to force Damian into this because he's kind of like the forgotten member of the Judgment Day. No, he makes sense because he was friends with Bad Bunny, and I think they've had moments on screen before, like
Oh, I think he was
not
Damian
negative, but
Priest. That's who he tagged with.
yeah. So that's what I
I
mean.
gotta
Like,
check
there's
this.
been like cool moments with them, so it's not just like they're throwing him to tag with Dom just because they're trying to include somebody different than Finn. Like, no, this makes sense. Um, so I like it because he was the only Judgment Day member that did not have a match at WrestleMania. And I think this is cool and it's happening in Puerto Rico. So I'm fine with it because as I said, I'm kind of over the Dominic Rey Mysterio storyline, but the added element of Damian and Bad Bunny makes me a little bit more interested.
It's a Bad Bunny bridge, the Triple B. That's how you get out of the Ray storyline. Use him. You get
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny, and then from Bad Bunny, now Dom's in the open world, and then whoever the next, hot young baby face, just ready to make an impact is. That's where Dom goes. That's where you find Dom, and you just have him be the biggest asshole. Um, but Sarah, I looked up. David Priest and Bad Bunny did tag at
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure. And would you like to guess who they face?
I don't remember because this was like an era of Damian Priest that was weird.
This is where I started to like him. This is where I was like, all right, this dude, he's got something. Uh, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
This guy's pretty awesome.
The Miz.
And from there, now you got to guess who would he tag with? Johnny Nitro or Johnny
Oh, John Morrison. Oh, okay.
Morrison.
I didn't know that was the era. So anyway, as they're talking, Ray asks for a rematch, and then I thought this was an interesting twist that they're now having Dominic be like, "Oh, I would never fight my own father." And like making it seem like Ray enjoys beating his son, which I think is an interesting plot twist, I
Nuclear.
guess. So
Nuclear.
instead, he says, I know someone who will, and enter Finn. And I'm going to go on a Finn rant again
Damn
because
right, go for
that's
it.
why I'm here. I was legitimately shocked that it was Finn Balor because dude had 14 staples in his head with like a 5-6 inch gash on the top of his head, courtesy of Edge. And he revealed recently that he was performing with a torn calf. So the fact that he was in this match at all was absolutely crazy. And we talked about this, I think, when we were talking about Mania, that he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for the crazy injuries that he's powered through. So I mean, obviously it was a good match. Um and Finn won courtesy of help from Dominik, which I figured that this was going to be like a squash match basically for Rey Mysterio, so I think this was the right way to go for Finn. Um, so yeah, I mean it was what it was. It's just build up to the eventual Backlash match, so nothing special. But I mean, definitely like you said, it was nice for something different at the beginning of Raw.
And it's nice to have Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. You're going to get that
Yeah.
match because
Mm-hmm.
that's a match that people want to see. You don't care when it's happening, but the
Yeah.
fact that you can say that you watch Finn Balor take on Rey Mysterio, and then, all
Mm-hmm.
right, let's peel back the curtain a little bit. How cool is it for Finn Balor to get in the ring with Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
and, actually put on a match? And now he's the Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so that's like the great side of things that we're getting from this, that you're just going to get random pairings. And
Yeah.
I feel like people now always want a reason why two people should be fighting in a match. It doesn't have to be in professional wrestling. That's what professional wrestling is. You just two guys. Sometimes it's going to connect. Sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this was another one of those that like maybe people didn't necessarily hope to see, but it was good and it delivered. So